Bezat Hashem Berachot, Lamed He Amud Bet. The Gemara, the Mishnah taught us that every fruit coming from the tree, you say Borei Pri Ha'etz, besides wine. So we explained last time, what do you mean besides wine? What do you mean? Wine is not a fruit. And then we explained, no, wine is a real fruit. It's not today's wine. Today's wine is almost like water. In their time, wine was marmalade. When you squeeze a grape, jam comes down, which was thick. The Gemara says they couldn't even say, they couldn't even drink it. You would have to put 30% from this concentrate and 65% of water just to be able to drink it. If not, to be marmalade, you can't. With time it changed, and today it's like water, right? But, so what bracha would you say on that? Borei Pri Ha'etz. So the Mishnah taught us, Yeah. On the wine, their wine, the time of the Mishnah, 2,000 years ago, their wine were like marmalade. The original bracha was Borei Pri Ha'etz. אחר כך, חכמים came and said, no, we want to upgrade wine. Why? Listen, Friday night, you use wine. Shabbat in the day, you use wine. Brit Milah, you do wine. Pidyon HaBen, wine. Somebody gets married, wine. In every bar mitzvah, right? Every joyous occasion, you'd always use wine, right? So therefore, let's give it an upgrade. So the bracha, original bracha is Borei Pri HaGefen. They upgraded the wine, Baruch Ata Hashem, Borei Pri Ha'etz. They upgraded the wine, Baruch Ata Hashem, Borei Pri HaGefen. It's an upgrade in bracha, right? The Gemara now today is going to have a dilemma. Why? Because there was not only wine, there was another fruit compared to wine, the olive. Olive also was thick, right? Was also thick, and olive also is the same level as wine. As a bracha, right? So why did you upgrade the bracha, the blessing of grapes, of the wine, and did not upgrade the olive oil? The olive oil, the bracha is Borei Pri Ha'etz. Means if you will take a spoon of olive oil, you would have to say Borei Pri Ha'etz. Now, in halacha wise, it's discussed. They discuss it. Why? Because they say, today olive oil is not like in the olden days. It's not healthy. Too much cholesterol. Doctor tells you don't need too much oil, right? So therefore, they say it's downgraded. From Borei Pri Ha'etz, it downgraded to Shakol Niya B'Dvaro. There's even opinions. No, what do you mean? Do you make a bracha on cigarette? No. Why don't you make a bracha on cigarette? Some people prefer to smoke and not to eat. Give him a cigarette, he'll be full more than a full meal. כן? אז למה לא עושים ברכה שהכל נהיה בדברו על הסיגרט? Says the Magen Avraham, you know why? Because everything which is harmful for your body, there's no bracha. All the doctors, the pack of cigarette, they say cigarette is harmful, it's dangerous for your health. Something which is dangerous, you do not say bracha on. Therefore, there's no bracha on smoking a cigarette. Therefore, Rav Vadia says, there is opinions of rabbis that say olive oil is the same category as a cigarette. If it's cholesterol, right? It's not going down from Borei Pri Ha'etz to Shakol. It's going down to no bracha. So there's three opinions about a spoon. Somebody, the doctor tells you, you have a problem of digestion, right? It's good to take a spoon of olive oil in the morning before you start eating, before you start your day, to clean your system. What bracha you say? Some say no bracha, just drink it. Some say no, say Shakol. And some say Borei Pri Ha'etz. The question is, the Gemara was going to want to know today, wait a second. In the original time, 2,000 years ago, why did they upgrade the wine and they didn't upgrade the olive oil? The same way you took wine and said, Borei Pri Ha'etz, you made it Borei Pri HaGefen, you should have taken olive oil and give it a new bracha. The Gemara is going to discuss what bracha. This is the Gemara today, okay? So this is an introduction. Now let's read. Let's read the text. What the rabbis are saying. Says the Gemara, Chutz min hayayin. Besides wine, that wine became Borei Pri HaGefen. Okay? My shena yain. What's the difference between wine that we upgraded, right? Ilema. Is it because mishum dishtani liluya, ishtani lebracha? Are you going to tell me that wine, listen, when you go to buy grapes, what do you pay? $3.99, $4.99, $5.99 the pound? You buy this, the cheapest bottle of wine is $20, $30. So for sure, wine is much more important than grapes. So this is the reason? Is this the reason why they upgraded the wine? Because wine is more, the bracha, the blessing of the wine. Because the wine is much more important than the grapes? If so, if this is the reason, והרי שמן דשתני לעילויה ולא ישתני לברכה. How much is a can of olives? $4, $5. How much is an olive oil bottle? $20, $30. Real olive oil is $100, right? Not the cheap ones. The real olive oil, you can pay $100 and $200, right?
Talking about the process,
right? Yeah. So
process make it more expensive.
Exactly. So if you upgraded the wine, because you tell me when I squeeze the grapes, wine compared to grapes is much better, right? So the same thing, if you process olives and you make it into olive oil is much better than olives. Better means not better taste, better means much more importance, in order of importance, chashivut, right? So why didn't they upgrade the olive oil? Says the Gemara. You know why? Atam, Amri, they said, Hatam mishum de lo efshar. It was a technical problem. It was impossible to give a new blessing for olive oil. Why? It's a technicality. Why? Ichi nivrich. What type of beracha we should say? Nivrich bore priya zait. Pira gufe zait ikri. Okay, let's explain wine and then you understand gefen. You took wine, it's bore priya etz. What did I do? I upgraded, instead of bore priya etz, bore priya gefen. Now, to take olive, bore priya etz, what would I say? Bore priya hazait. How is the vine called in Hebrew? Gefen. Right. So instead of saying bore priya etz, when you say on an apple, bore priya etz, are you talking about an apple tree? You're talking about a tree. We don't specify the tree. We say bore priya etz. What's a etz in Hebrew? Tree. But we don't specify the tree. So what would be an upgrade to a fruit? What would be an upgrade to a product? That you'll go mention exactly the origin. The origin is so if I say bore peri a gefen, as in compared to bore priya etz, it's an upgrade. Because when it was a etz, we didn't specify what type of a tree. But now it became bore priya gefen. I'm referring the fruit, I'm referring the product to the exact tree, to the specific tree. That's an upgrade. By olive, we couldn't make it. Look why. It's bore priya etz. What should have been the bracha now? Bore priya zait. How is the olive tree called in Hebrew? Zait. Can't. Because the vine, the tree is called gefen. How is the fruit called? Anavim. Raisins. Grapes. Exactly. But by the olive tree, not only the olive tree is called zait, the fruit is called zait. So if I'll say an upgrade, you wouldn't know what it means. Are you referring me to the fruit or are you referring me to the tree? Vanta? Yitzchak, verstanda? By the gefen, by the wine, the upgrade was to refer it to the mother. Who's the mother? The gefen, the vine, the tree called the vine. So I upgrade. By the zait, if you say zait, who are you referring to? The mother? Or you're referring the son of the mother, which is the olive, and this is the grandson. So people would know that it wouldn't be an upgrade. It would not be an upgrade because it's still vague. The same way etz is vague, etz is vague with etz. זית is also vague, because vague זה כאילו לא ברור. למי אתה מדבר? אתה מדבר על העץ, אתה מדבר על הפרי. You're talking about the... So it's still vague. So you didn't gain nothing. So that's what the Gemara says, לא אפשר, it was not possible. You understand? It was not possible because even with the upgrade, it will still be vague. Because I wouldn't know if I'm referring to the fruit or I'm referring to the tree.
Why the geffen or the wine became so important? Why can we make מיץ תפוחים, מיץ תפוזים, לברך על...
Yes, apparently all the rest of the fruits, the juice inside is water. When the orange, let's take an orange, the orange was teeny, rain came on top of it. Rain, the water got inside the side and it started to grow. The water that was inside started to get the taste of the fruit. So basically what do you have inside? Water. As opposed to the grapes and the olives, it's not water that makes puff. It's the real fruit. The fruit itself is giving its own juice. There's only two fruits like this. Grapes and right. Besides this, those two fruits are part of the group of the 7 Shivat Aminim, the 7 species of Israel. So they have also an upgrade about this, right? But the rest of the fruits, so I'll give you an example. Shabbat, we're not allowed to squeeze oranges. I want to make orange juice on Shabbat. It's called dash. Trashing. What do you mean? The same way in Bet HaMikdash, the wheat stalk, when you want to take out the grain out of the pocket, from the small pocket of the wheat, it's not allowed to do on Shabbat because it's trashing. Why? Because the kernel, the small grain is hidden in a pocket, inside a pocket, right? Whatever resembles this is a toleda, is a derivative. So the juice is hidden in the grape, in the grape juice or in the orange juice, right? When I squeeze it, I take out. It's like taking out the grain from the pocket of the wheat. Taking out the juice from the pocket of the orange is the similarity. It's called toleda. There's only two fruits that if you squeeze them on Shabbat, it's a isur deoraita. It's a toreic prohibition. Maze? Grapes anavim, and olives. Grape juice, I don't know, they squeeze what? Not grape juice, sorry. Orange juice, not lemon. Lemon is permitted. Orange juice, they used to squeeze, pears. They used to squeeze apples. All this is rabbinical. זה אסור מדרבנן. It's rabbinical.
מה ההבדל בין לימון עכשיו?
Okay. Lemon, the Shulchan Aruch says, מותר לסחוט לימון, you're allowed to squeeze lemon on Shabbat. Right? So why people say you're not allowed? Ashkenazim are more thing. Why? They say, 1 second, you squeeze a lemon. Why are you not allowed to squeeze apples? Why are you not allowed to squeeze oranges? Because they fill up barrels. And the fruit that you fill barrels with becomes important. So that's why it's asur to squeeze. But rabbinical, rabbanan. Lemons, right? Lemons, it's not the same as the rest of the juices. When I squeeze an orange and I make a cup of orange juice, I drink it right away. When I squeeze lemon, I cannot drink it.
Lemon is for other things.
Right. Lemon is for salad, right? Lemon, I can make lemonade, but the main ingredient is water. This is only concentrate.
Anyway,
So it comes out, says the Radbaz,
Not allowed to make
you're allowed to squeeze.
lemonade.
Ken, Shabbat, yes.
Lemonade.
For Sephardim, that's why it says for Sephardim. Shulchan Aruch says clearly, this is the shortest halacha in the whole Shulchan Aruch. 3 words. Mutar lischot limonim. That's the shortest halacha.
Even for to put sukkar וזה,
You don't have to. You can make, you can squeeze. You can.
squeeze the water and put sukkar.
Yes. Sfaradim. The Mishnah Berurah brings down. There is opinions. Ashkenazim, they say no, but because we make barrels, so it's comparable. Okay, it's an opinion, respectable opinion, right? But the Sephardim has no problem with that. Sephardim could squeeze lemon on Shabbat, right? right?
לאסור.
No, you have to, you go to a place and you have no kosher wine. You go to China, you don't find kosher wine. Buy raisins, natural raisins, right? With no additives. Raisins are kosher, but raisins with oil might be not kosher. When you go to Costco, there is raisins in a bag, and if you read the ingredients, raisins, and it says oil. Oil. Read the ingredients, oil. It's Kirkland company, right? The only thing that has OU on it. So it's kosher. It's kosher. Yeah, it's kosher. But when you go to other stores and you buy the raisins, right? Dried raisins, you have to make sure the ingredient says only raisins, right? Or organic, whatever. No oil, because oil could be not kosher. We don't know. So you cannot buy this. Okay? So if you go to China and you're stuck Erev Shabbat and you don't have wine, kosher wine, and you don't find where, right? Go buy in the marketplace. Over there, the truth is you don't know. There's so many things. The raisins are not raisins and the eggs are not eggs. Everything is artificial. I saw they make eggs out of plastic and they sell them as eggs. They make formula of babies and thousands of babies die because everything is plastic. There's a clip on the internet. There's a clip. A Chinese man says, he shows you all the food which are artificial, made out of plastic, out of paper, and they look the same. They look the same. But you eat them, you die. It's poison. So, but if you find somebody that gives you raisins, natural raisins, right? And no additives. He didn't put any additives. He didn't dry it with products, right? So you can take those raisins, boil them. You boil them, and the juice, the water that's going to come out of it, this is going to be wine for Shabbat, right? Or you can soak them in water for 3 days, 72 hours. The water will get the taste of the raisin. It's going to be geffen also.
Okay, Rabbeinu. And if I went and I bought, I didn't find, I'm in China, as you said, and
you take grapes and you want to squeeze them.
Yeah,
but it's not wine. This is
no, geffen, כמו שמצד, like
יפה, but this is filtered, so you're going to have to filter it.
לא הבנתי.
You have to filter it. How are you going to drink it? It's full of pulp. It's not wine. It's full of grape. When you squeeze, a lot of the fruit is going to come down.
Okay,
So you're going to have to use a sifter. After you use a sifter and sift your wine.
we have liquid.
You understand?
But I'm talking about the grape
Exactly.
juice.
Yes.
Not the
But
wine.
grape juice is filtered. You cannot. If you take grapes, you squeeze it. What comes down? Just juice? No, it's a little bit of the fruit.
Okay.
If you're going to squeeze a lot of them, what are you going to have? Half fruit, half juice. So you're going to have to filter it. You're going to take the cup and filter it with the sifter, so only the juice, so you can make borei pri hagefen on the juice.
Okay, אז אפשר לעשות את זה.
Yeah, but you're going to need a lot of raisins for that. Okay.
Grapes.
Right. Grapes. But you're going to have to do it before Shabbat.
זה ברור.
You're going to have to do it before Shabbat.
זה ברור.
Again, raisins. Exactly. You boil them. You boil the dried raisins, and you drink the juice. It's going to be an hour, 2 hours boiling. You boil, and the water is going to get the taste of the dried raisins. It's going to be grapes. It's the taste of juice, and this is grape juice.
עושים קידוש, אוקיי.
כן, בורא פרי גפן, הכל.
I remember maybe you said it long time ago, or somebody else I heard it. They're doing borei pri hagefen on wine because Jewish, they're like the gefen. They're different from all the amim. That's why they make this bracha different from all the brachot.
Also, yes. Also, there's not because raisins,
Right.
right? Grapes, or vine. Vine is the only tree that you cannot mix with another fruit. You can mix apples and pears. You can mix oranges with things. Grapes cannot mix. Grapes can mix only in their family. You can mix green grapes with black grapes, or you can mix them in the family, but they would not receive any other family. That's what we say when a chatan and kala get married. In ve'agefen, bin ve'agefen. This is grapes and grapes. Like two good families getting together, their children getting together, right? Because grapes stick only to their kind. Am Israel also, we can stick only to our kind. So that's why we do kiddush on wine, to show that we can stick only with Akash Baruch Hu. We cannot stick with any other nation. Only. Olives, yeah. Oh, right. There's very few. There's not many fruits that you can. All fruits almost are mixable, right? Tov. Let's continue. A few more lines over here. It says over here, as nevarech v'nevarech boreh peri etz hazayit. Listen, if this is your problem, by saying boreh peri hazayit, you don't know it's talking about the tree. So I have a solution for you. Boreh peri etz hazayit. Then it's directly the tree. Says the Gemara, you can't either. So no, ela. So it's true. When we say ela, means it's a good question. So we have to find another route. We have to go back somewhere else. Ela amar mozutra. You know why we didn't upgrade the olive oil? Chamra zayin. Wine fills you up. Mishcha lo zayin. If you take wine, you drink wine, you feel full. If you take olive, you don't feel full. Okay? Mishcha lo zayin. No. Vatnan, no. Wine, take. Okay. Tosfot says, look at Tosfot. No, one second. Tosfot is the Gemara. 1 second, we're going to get to your question. 1 second. Velo, and not? The Gemara says, how can you say olive oil does not fill you up? Vatnan, we learned, anoder min hamazon mutar b'mayim b'melach. Somebody makes an eder not to eat food. All foods are included besides water and salt. Water is not food, salt is not food. So it comes out that olive oil is food. Right? So the Gemara says, Va'avenan ba, and we ask the question, Ma'im ve'melach udolo, ikri mazon. Hakol mili, anything else, ikri mazon. Nema tehevet yuvta de Rav u'Shmuel. So this is going to be a question maybe for Rav and Shmuel. What? De Amri, en mevarchim bore mine mezonot, ela bechamisha minim bilvad. What? Everything is mazon? Everything is food? So why do we say bore mine mezonot only on the 5 grains? Wheat, barley, wheat, barley, spelt, right? Only on those 5 grains we say. Why? If everything is called mazon, so I should... spelt זה... איך קוראים לזה? חיטה, שעורה, שיבולת שועל, oats, right? spelt זה... איך קוראים לזה בעברית? forgot the name Hebrew. יש לזה שם בעברית, כן? זה עושים איזה מצות. אלה שיש להם סיליאק, כן? יש להם ספלט מצה. כן, הם לא יכולים לאכול גלוטן. Right, אז הם אוכלים ספלט, כן? It says over here, so why do we say only 5 grains is mazon? Everything should be mazon. ואמר רב מרבונה, ואומר כל הזן עליי. על מה משחה זין? But anyways, what do you see? משחה, the oil, קוסמת שיבולת שועל. משחה זין. אומר, everything that can satisfy me, I'm making an eder. So wine, olive oil is included. So why do you say olive oil we don't upgrade because it's not satisfying. So Ela, says the Gemara, Chamra, you know wine? Sa'id, umishcha lo sa'id. Chamra, wine, can fill you up like bread. If you drink few cups of wine, you're going to be full like eating bread. As opposed to olive oil, it can satisfy you, but it cannot fill you up. There's different. Listen, when you're hungry, if you come home, you're hungry. You eat a cookie. Are you full now?
No.
But you calm down. You know, you calm down your hunger. You're satisfied.
Yeah.
When you eat the meal, you're full. Same thing. Olive oil can satisfy you, but it cannot fill you up. As opposed to wine, wine can fill you up. The Tosfot is going to tell us soon what does it mean. No, סועד. סועד, הכוונה לסעוד. מה זה מסעדה? Fills you up. You go to a restaurant, you fill up. Okay? אומר פה, How do you say this? והרבה שתה אבה שתה חמרה כל מעלה יומא דפסחה כיכי דנגררה לליבה לאכול מצה תפה. כן? Says Rabba, what he used to do? Rava, what he used to do? Erev Pesach, he would continuously drink wine. They didn't get drunk from the wine. They used to drink wine. So Rava מה עושה? Erev Pesach, he drinks 1 cup of wine, 2nd cup of wine. The whole day he drinks wine. Why? He says, wine gives me appetite.
כן, באמת.
So how do you say wine satisfies you when Rava says wine gives appetite?
נכון.
Okay? Says the Gemara. Yafe. So the Gemara says, you know when wine gives appetite? He says, wine gives tuva. If you drink a lot of wine, garir. Purta sa'id. The rule is, you drink 1 cup of wine, you're full. You drink 2-3 cups of wine, you want to eat more.
Munches.
Okay? Wine can give you appetite when you drink a lot of it. You drink half a cup of wine, 1 cup of wine, that's it, you're full.
בגלל שאתה מסטול, אתה רוצה לאכול.
שני כוסות אני...
Okay? So he says, Umi Said, what? Wine can fill you up? But doesn't it say Tehillim? ויין ישמח לבב אנוש, ולחם לבב אנוש יסעד. David HaMelech says, no. Wine makes you happy, bread makes you satisfied, full, bread makes you full. So you see, wine does not make you full. Wine can make you happy, samach. נעמה הוא דסעיד, חמרה לא סעיד, אלא. חמרה, wine is both. התבטרתי. סעיד ומשמח. Wine makes you happy and fills you up. נעמה, bread, מסעד סעיד, fills you up. סמוכה לא משמח. And cannot fill you up. So you're telling me wine can fill you up? Therefore, יא אחי, נברך עלי 3 ברכות.
בן אדם רעב, הוא אוכל לחם.
לא שמח, he's full but he's not happy. שבע, לא שמח. So if, no, you're full, but you're not like you start to laugh. You drink wine, exactly. Yeah. So if wine can fill you up, according to the Gemara, wine can fill you up, why don't we say ברכת המזון, ברכה אחרונה? 3 ברכות, say ברכת המזון. If wine fill you up, say ברכת המזון. Why don't you say ברכת המזון? לא, בלי מוציא. No, בלי מוציא. You drink 3 cups of wine, you drink a bottle of wine, you feel good, you're happy, you're full, say ברכת המזון.
על המחיר.
אין, על העץ ועל הגפן, אבל ברכת המזון, say full ברכות. says the Gemara, לא קווי אין שסודתה יעלי. Did you ever see somebody sitting down to eat wine? Did you ever see somebody sitting down to make a meal out of wine? No. If it be your meal, if you tell me today, זה הסעודה שלי היום. Today my meal is wine. Okay, say ברכת המזון. But no one does it. That's why we don't say ברכת המזון, because no one would sit to eat, to drink a full bottle of wine as a meal. יפה. So you would say the bracha on the bread. The ברכת on the bread, not on the wine. Says the Gemara, so somebody has to... On the bread. Yeah, but not on the wine. The wine, no, because the wine, no one makes a meal out of the wine. It's included in the bread, in Birkat Hamazon of the bread. Says the Gemara, Amar Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak le Rava, I kava ale sudate mai. Okay, let's say somebody says, Ani rotze alikvoa, I want to make a meal with wine, just wine. Would he say Birkat Hamazon? No. Says the Gemara, is he asking him? He's asking Rava. אמר לה כשיבוא אליהו ויאמר היא אביה קביעותה אשתה מיה באטלה דעתו יצוק לאדם. You know, when Eliyahu Navi comes, ask him the question. Right now, we follow the world. In the world, did you ever see somebody eating wine, drinking wine and saying, this is my meal? לא קיים. As if you say, I want to do it, we don't take you in consideration. We take consideration normal things. We do not take in consideration abnormal things. So when Eliyahu Navi is going to come, ask him the question. But right now, it's not possible. On the wine, you say, Borei Pri HaGefen. In the end, you say, Borei Al HaGefen VaPri HaGefen. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.